and welcome back to Come Geek Some. If you are new to the channel, please like and subscribe for all future content. Well, I'm back. So I won here yesterday because I actually went and saw a Testament gig, which was absolutely amazing, and it just rocked. They just do all the time. But my Twitter was blowing up ever since I stepped into Bristol, which was roughly around 2 PM our time yesterday, and it hasn't even stopped until now. I'm literally going through Twitter, going through my messages, going through a lot of things, and I just keep getting tagged and I'm getting DMs left, right and everywhere else. So I thought I'd have a little look into that, but first of all, this video, we're going to talk about VM. And he did an unlocked live session last night, which again, I have got the video by here. I'm only going to post 2 minutes and 20 seconds of it, but it's actually a really good and interesting part of the video. The majority of it is when he was saying basically about Yelp and don't go on to places which hire him or invite him to do, signings or whatever, and the people who just get really upset over that, because we know who they are, Monty and all of her little cronies. They're the ones who literally, I haven't been there, but you know what? I'm going to say you're terrible, which is what they do. So I'm going to play the video now, and then we'll have a quick chat after it.
We've got about 12 minutes left here. Yeah, I hope Kamea-Khan invites me again as well, because last year was incredible. Be watching on the Risen Bull Rangers site. I'm going to be making an announcement on my Twitter probably tomorrow about my next event. So it's not this weekend, but it's the following weekend. I want to see as many of you as possible at these events. And I want to say something. I want to get serious for a minute, okay, guys? Is that okay? I want to say something very important. I want to say something to those people out there, these people that are being so hateful and that are trying to cause trouble to these events that have me and are putting up fictitious bad Yelp reviews of places they've never even visited and making phone calls and trying to cause trouble. Can I just ask you, please stop. Please stop. Look, I get it. You don't like me. You have some issue with me. I understand. But do you really, really think it's fair to try to rob hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of people from the opportunity to meet someone whose work they like just because you don't like me or you have a problem with me? Do you really think that's fair? You know what? Let's turn the tables. Let's turn it around. What if there was somebody that you and hundreds of other people wanted to meet, and there were 2 or 3 people that were just bound and determined to try to rob you of that opportunity, much less trying to cause troubles for little shop owners and convention organizers? These shop owners have families.
As you can see, towards the end it does kind of get a little bit emotional, because what he says is completely right. You've got everyone, so you only have a handful of these people on KV. These are the ones who are going about ringing up and slagging off, basically, making fun of and everything else, and saying things that are not nice to people in these other places where literally they don't even go. You had it perfectly with the comic shop where VM was doing the signing a couple of weeks ago. You had Monty, she went on Yelp, and because obviously people told Yelp and they also told the Awesome Collectibles store what's going on, they were like, yeah, we know what's happening. And Yelp kept removing her actual reviews. And I'm pretty sure as well she's still trying to get a review on there. But again, I keep going back to this. We all know exactly what Monty's like. We know exactly what's wrong with her as well. So to be honest with you, with her, we just come to accept it now. But going on, when he says towards the end that these people have families. These people have to make ends meet. You know, they got to feed their families. They got to, you know, clothe their families. They got to keep a roof over their family's head. But because, like he said, there's only a handful of you as well who, for some unknown reason, you go out of your way, literally every single day, you are nothing but just pure venom. On Twitter, on websites, because that's all you do. You don't go in person to anything. And when you got people say, oh yeah, we're doing this, we're doing that, you're not moving from your desk or your sofa or your couch or whatever. You just sat there literally on your phone texting or ringing, and you're like, oh, you doing this, well that's bad, I'm going to make sure everyone knows it because you brought someone there that I don't like. We all know that people have a problem with him, we know this. And it's just nice to see that shops and conventions are still bringing them in. And perfect example is Kitchener Comic Con. Monty she is thousands of miles away from that area. But oh no, she had to try and get her claws in. Same as Mars Girl, we saw it. We saw that someone who used to actually edit videos for Mars Girl and his friends with Mars Girl. We saw them go on Twitter, and we saw on Facebook as well the posts. Don't go here because of this. If you want to know what's happening, so-and-so has told me this about this person. That's exactly what it is. It's a game of little whispers. That's exactly what it is. You know, someone sells someone there, you know, something's happened to their friend, then they tell two friends, and it goes on from there. It just explodes into something bigger than what it is. And it's just sad to see that he has to go online and say, what are you guys doing? You got a problem with me. I get it. I understand. I know. But there's no need to harm people. But again, this is KV. And again, one of the funniest things about KV over the last couple of weeks is they're starting to go around saying that I Stand With V is a hate group. Which is actually really funny when you think about it. Because these are words coming from them. You know, these are the people who faked a swatting. These are the people who faked police reports. These are people who has even got people on their side who are supposed lawyers. They're twisting what has gone on in court to fit their agenda. How can you say that? That's not a hate group. They are just, I'm not going to say the bad guys of World War II. That's exactly what they are. And I'm starting to use buzzwords now against them because that's the only thing that these people seem to understand. But again, you know, I do urge you to go and watch the full live stream with VM on Unlocked. It was a good little one, but I thought I'd just bring this little bit out there because it's just showing he's like literally like, no, what are you guys doing? If you got a problem with me, have it with me. Not with these stores. Not with the people who have to make money, make ends meet, so their families can be clothed, fed, and have somewhere to live. If you are new to the channel, please like and subscribe, hit that notification bell for future updates, and I'll see all you wonderful people soon.